When I was younger, I wanted to be a psychologist slash therapist, mainly for two reasons. Number one, I wanted to understand the mind and how it works. I wanted to understand human behavior. I wanted to know, why do we do the things that we do? And number two, I wanted to have help people find solutions to their on their journey of healing from life experiences. Well, I didn't do either of those things by degree. Instead, I became a cosmetologist. Now you may say, what? How did we get there from there? Another story, another day. But here's what I realized as a hairstylist. You're not just doing hair. You're listening. You're encouraging. You are sometimes helping your clients process life. And as a hairstylist, you are able to, what's the word? What's the word I want to say? You're able to ask questions that most people may find intrusive, but you're able to ask those questions as a hairstylist. Why? Because when a client sits in your chair, and if they have things going on within them, mentally, physically, emotionally, medically, it shows through the hair. You can tell by their hair, by the health and the condition of their hair. So being a hairstylist, you're able to help your clients to open up about their fears, their anxieties, their worries, their concerns, their past struggles. And before you know it, you're a counselor, you're a therapist, you become their prayer partner. And honestly, they become family. You see your clients sometimes more than you actually see the people that are in your family. If you have clients that bring their families to you, you build and you grow this bond because you see their children grow up and become adults. And sometimes you begin to see the process of their children becoming parents. And so it is a beautiful experience being a hairstylist. As a hairstylist, and even barbers, we have the opportunity to engage with people on all walks of life. We deal with people on different social status, professional status, economic status, religious status, political status. We come in contact with a diverse group of people, age, ethnicities, and being a hairstylist or a barber, you don't have the stigma that comes along with a therapist. When people hear that title or that label of therapy or counseling, that comes with a stigma at times, even though it's needful and helpful, but it comes with a stigma. But as a hairstylist or as a barber, you don't experience that type of stigma because people want to look good. People want to get their hair done. And so we come across a wide, diverse group of people. But there came a time in my career where I was beginning to experience the burnout, the long hours, the 10, 14 hours a day, standing behind a chair, on your feet. And I really was beginning to lose focus of the purpose. I it really I really almost wanted to quit. When you're building your clientele and you build your clientele to a certain place, you sometimes lose the intimacy that you have because it really becomes come in, serve, leave. Let's do it all over the next day. And so I was really losing focus of the purpose. One day I was sharing this information with a friend of mine, and she reminded me that it's not about the hair. And she was like, friend, it's not about the hair. It's about the people. And that hit me so hard because I knew that that was the Spirit of the Lord speaking through her. And she also said, I remember when you wanted to be a psychologist. I remember when you wanted to be a therapist. And she said, and you're able to do that without the fear of losing. She said, you're able to freely share the gospel of Jesus Christ with people without the fear of losing your job. She said, had you had become a hairstylist, a therapist, a psychologist, you wouldn't be able to freely share the gospel like you are now. And I knew that that was the Spirit of the Lord speaking through her to me. And so I began to say, okay, Lord, what do you want me to do? Help me to, refocus my heart and refocus my mind. Let me serve the people as I serve them, as I serve their hair care needs. I realized God had placed me exactly where I needed to be to minister to the people, to use the gifts that He had placed on the inside of me. And He did that with me standing behind a hairstyling chair. And even though I didn't become a psychologist, I was able to offer my clients something more powerful. I was able to share with them the Word of God and the gifts that God had already placed on the inside of me. An understanding heart and an ear to hear, an ear to listen. Truth be told, the Bible teaches more about the mind, our thoughts, human behavior, love, forgiveness, healing, more than any textbook ever could. And I was thankful for the opportunity God gave me and that He was able to use me effectively in my role as a hairstylist. From that moment forward, our salon became a sanctuary. People would come in and they would share with us how our salon was different. It was different. You could tell the difference in the atmosphere when you walked in the place. People would come in and say how it was so peaceful and that they could feel the presence of God. When they would come in, it was a space where we truly cared for our clients, a place where our clients weren't judged, a place where our clients could truly be vulnerable and share things with us, knowing that the things that they shared with us were safe. But our clients, we had the best clients in the world. Our clients would even get close with the other clients that would come in. We were truly like a big family. We all would share what was going on with one another. When people would walk in the doors, and everyone always had, advice or a word to share with others. We would have people who would just come in to not receive service, but they would just want to be in the atmosphere. They would just want to be a part of what was going on in the building, right? And I'm truly thankful to God. We would do this thing when our clients would come in. We would always ask the question, on a scale of 1 to 10, where are you mentally? 10 being the highest and 1 being the lowest. And this really began to help our clients, even the men's, because we had a barber in a salon. And even the men would open up and express where they were mentally, because even the men were able to find a safe place. We truly created a safe place, and I'm just so thankful for that. But here's why I share all of this. This is why I'm really just reminiscing about those days, because I'm no longer in the salon. I felt led by God to begin to um, spend a little bit more time with Him, to seek for the next season of deployment for me. But here's why I share this story. So many people are seeking for purpose. I have a young adult, and I have a teenager who will be graduating from high school next year. And they're in this pursuit of trying to figure out purpose. And so I wanted to share with others, because sometimes we think purpose is somewhere out there, that is hidden, and we have to go out into the world and look for purpose. Should I do this? Should I choose this job? Should I go over here because I can make the most money over there? But truly, purpose is already on the inside of you. God has already placed on the inside of you everything that you need to fulfill your purpose. You have to discover it. Your purpose is hidden in what comes naturally to you. Your purpose is hidden within those desires of your heart, the compassions that you have, the passion that you have, the curiosities that you have, the things that make you upset, the things that anger you, the service you want to be able to carry out for people. That's where purpose is hidden. Those desires that you already have.
I had a desire to, as a little girl, to want to understand the mind. As a little girl, I wanted to help people find solutions for life's traumas. But only wanted to become a psychologist and a therapist because I felt that was the way that I needed to go
To be able
do that. I thought that if I became a psychologist, I thought that if I was to become a therapist, that was the route that I should take. But God deployed me in a different field. He led me to the field of cosmetology. And in that, I was still a counselor. I was still able to help people and share with people to help people find solutions. I was able to impact those people who I did life with. So today I encourage you to seek God, to look within. Everything you need, you already have it. I know that sounds so cliche, but it is the truth. I wanted to be a counselor, and I was. I just did it standing behind a hairstyling chair. And so I encourage you today, seek God. I encourage you today to look within so that those things that God has already placed on the inside of you, the gifts that God has already given you, He will be able to deploy you in the area where those gifts will bring Him the most glory and where they will impact people the most. I love you. Have a blessed day.